Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Each challenge is unique, so each game plan is customized to identify opportunity and the path to victory. It's true in basketball, it's true in banking. Grizzlies Checking from Pinnacle with personalized planning and advice. Play hard, bank easy. Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit by May 30th, and you could receive a $200 direct deposit bonus into your account. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
Tiger, I guess, probably delivered or created the biggest headline from the weekend by leaving open the possibility that he will play at the Masters.
I don't think it's very likely, but anything with Tiger seemingly throughout his career, even in the late stages coming off injuries, has been possible. I mean, it will take a Herculean effort, I would believe, Gary, for him to be able to make it. But I think, I'll say this, if it is all physically possible, I think he will do it.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GBWR.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Feels great to feel the sunshine. Gotta own the day like it's all mine. Just got paid in his own time. Been working hard, I've been on the grind. I deserve this feeling, having my way. I've been on this healing. This is my day. The sun's out, ay. Let's have a little fun now. Ay. I wanna let it all out. Ay. That's what it's all about. Ay. Ay. 'Cause I deserve this feeling, having my way. I deserve this healing. This is my day.
Grind City Media presents The Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt. Live from the Grind City Media Studios on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
What's up, everybody? It is Wednesday, March 18th. It is going to be a good day. Jessica Benson with you from the Grind City Media Studios in Memphis, Tennessee. CJ Hurt behind the glass. Coming up on today's show, the madness is here. The first two of the first four delivered. More games tonight on both the men's and the women's side. It is also a Grizzlies game day with the Denver Nuggets in town. In the NBA last night, the Thunder sealed their playoff spot, and Alex Caruso tried to block a shot with a shoe. We'll get into all the action. World Baseball Classic went to Venezuela. DeAngelo Williams going to join us as he does each and every Wednesday. We'll do some WTF as well. A game result in the Africa Cup of Nations was reversed 57 days after it happened. Weird college football jersey retirement request. It is a Wednesday. You know what we say. If you can make it through Wednesday, you can make it through the week. But in this case, if you can make it through Wednesday, you can make it to the Thursday of March Madness, which is one of the best days of the year. I came in this morning and CJ was cranking down on his bracket, making changes to his bracket. Look at that. Paper bracket, too. Printed. Notes galore.
You can't see all the psycho notes on the front, but
I appreciate them.
It's full of notes and nuggets. You want one?
Yeah.
I
love notes and nuggets.
Only time a conference has received 10-plus bids. It's only happened twice. Both times, the champion came from said conference. Last year in the SEC, they got 14 bids. Florida ended up winning it. And the Big East in 2011, they ended up with, I think, 10 bids. And they ended up winning it.
Noted.
SEC
Nuggeted.
SEC has 10-plus bids is all I'm saying. Listen, a champion could come from there.
You see the vision?
I don't, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
It could.
It could.
Could it be Texas?
Could it be?
First four to the final four. Could it be? Listen, I don't know what it is about this time of year, but the air blows different, the birds chirp a little sweeter, and the basketball is truly just destined to be a little more electric. Both games last night were excellent. We had 2 of the first 4 games. Both had great endings. Perfect appetizer for the tournament. You had Howard beat UMBC in the first game of the night where the Terriers had a chance to send it to overtime with a last shot. And then Texas got a game winner with 1.1 seconds left on the clock from Trevin Mark. And it was a great shot. A shot that was so great that one of the, no, we can't show it. I put a note, get it out. Oh, my local news soul.
I forgot we couldn't show that. I meant to ask. We ended up talking about other things.
Okay, putting the curtain back. Me, to the Slack this morning, because specifically I want these words captured. Just a reminder, we can't show any video from March Madness or they will firebomb our studio.
Oh, man. Well, that's...
I wanted it to be serious. That's what they make you feel in local news. It's like, if you show March Madness, you might die. Oh, Jacob says we're good to show it. Yeah, but it's the rights. It's like Super Bowl rights. Okay, somebody figure it out. It hurts me. I'll just explain. It's a personal thing. I'm not kidding. We would have meetings on meetings about not being able to show.
Well, now I need to know.
Especially with the web. Back in the day, we called it the web when you post to the web because it lives on here forever. And the broadcast rights for March Madness games are within a either 24-hour or 48-hour window. Like you cannot show highlights from a game 48 hours after it occurs, and you can only show 30 seconds of highlights, or at least that's the way it used to be in the olden days. That shot was great.
I need to know because I got stuff going on in another show where I'm using one of those.
Well, the shot was great.
We'll figure it out.
And if we could show the whole thing.
Do you want to reenact it again?
No, but I would reenact the assistant coach running all the way out to that free throw line and then being pulled all the way back. If I was NC State, I would have tried to inbound that ball as fast as possible to try to get them.
Just throw it straight at the coach.
Yes, to try to get them charged with a celebration violation. Someday it's going to happen, and it's going to make a team pay in the worst of ways. But they were okay tonight. Somebody said Sean Miller had him like in a headlock back on the bench.
Sean Miller looked like he was going to grab the hell out that man. I don't know if he actually grabbed him. I didn't see him actually grab him, but it is 15, 20 seconds after that moment, and Sean Miller is still chewing this guy out. You got to know. You do. You got to wait for the double zeros. It is 1 second left on the clock. Wait. And as a coach, your job should be to keep everybody on the bench. Keep all the players on the bench. But yeah, it was a great night outside of that. Glad that Texas didn't get penalized in one of the goofy ways. That would have been the band is on the field, but March Madness form, which as funny as that would be, you don't want anybody losing like that.
Game that way.
But Dick Vitale and Charles Barkley were on the call. Can you imagine them breaking that down?
That call was a fever dream.
Good stuff.
Charles Barkley and Dickie V together, an absolute fever dream. And I don't want to leave out Brian Anderson because he was a very important part of the situation because they would just be off on whatever tangent, and then Brian Anderson would try to call the game as normal, and then it would go back. There was a 3-minute period in the first half of that game where Barkley and Dickie V are going on and on, ragging on the NCAA and NIL and transfers. And at some point, I think it was Dickie V who said it. He said, hey, you know what? There's a game we're supposed to be calling here. And I was like, yeah, you're right. I almost forgot I wasn't just listening to a talk show. It felt very Manningcast-esque. And at times, it was a little frustrating because I was like, guys, there's a game. And at other times, it was just so sheerly entertaining. I loved it. I loved the mix of it. And for a first 4 game, I had no issue with it whatsoever.
I mean, they throw Charles Barkley up there this time of the year. And it's like, okay, why? It's just for the personality piece. He hadn't watched any of these things. He'll tell you. He'll tell you he hadn't watched any of these things. You know, like it's a personality, sure, but I like my personalities with a little bit of information about it. That last night, notwithstanding, he can do a first 4 game.
Right, don't do it for. I'm not trying to disrespect the first 4.
Listen, it is the first 4 is the first 4.
Yeah.
It's 11 seed versus 11 seed to 16 seed versus 16 seed. Like that, I'm not going to get too worked up about it. If they want to have a larger conversation about the state of college athletics and share their thoughts on it podcast style, I am fine with it. That works for Texas, North Carolina State. There was a moment where the sentence I remember is Charles Barkley saying, "That's what happens when you have a fat ass, Dick." It's like, wait, what? in reference to what he was when he played banging down in the post. Because the other thing they harped on was, you can't be big just to be big for no damn reason. Stop shooting all these threes and get down in the block.
He says that, and at that point I pull out my laptop because I'm like, I got to keep a track if there's something else that gets said that I want to talk about on the show. And just a few minutes later was when they start talking about Auburn, and Dickie V asked him if he was upset that Auburn didn't get in the tournament, and Charles said no, and then started going on about the strength of schedule metric not being entirely, worthwhile of relying on. And Dickie V just goes, "I could kiss you right now."
That's right after that. Right after that.
So funny.
And then he does kiss him. He kisses him.
Funny. I thought he kissed him before the game.
No,
I thought the kiss came in the pregame show.
They might have kissed twice.
I think they kissed twice.
Charles might have got kissed twice.
Heated rivalry has everyone in a new space in the sports world, and I love it. Just give him a little kiss. Mwah. You know what you're going to get with Charles Barkley.
And
if you hire him. Right. But, Dickie V still has... Charles Barkley just says outrageous stuff all the time. He is unapologetically himself, and he's going to say whatever he thinks. And then Dickie V plays off of that in a fun way. And then, again, Brian Anderson tried to hold it all down and did his best. But I cannot imagine if they had a celebration call at the end of that game, how that crew would have worked their way through that game. And if it had gone to overtime, I was like, just give me more of this.
You hit the nail on the head. It was a very alt-cast-like.
Yes.
It reminded me towards the end of the Van Gundy, Mark Jackson era, how the game would be going on and they'd be talking about something else.
Bill Walton and...
No. Bill Walton is a saint. The way he was just going to be wacky. He wasn't going to say anything controversial about the state of the sport, was he? He was just going to say goofy things like, "Oh,
I guess
is Bill high right now?"
But he would say such wild. Like Dave Pasch became his handler to a certain degree of like, "Okay, Bill, let's stay on track." And as someone who watched a lot of Pac-12 basketball, there were people who loved those two on a call, and there were people who detested those two on a call.
I think Bill Walton would give, I never questioned if he was knowledgeable about the game going on in front. He was. He knew. He just didn't care. He was just like, "Yo, let's talk about the time I went surfing way back in '73. You want to talk about that?" That's like,
what do you think about Quaaludes? At that time you ate the cupcake on air is one of my all-time favorites. Anyway, the Texas game was great. And then that Howard win over UMBC, that was a fun game. UMBC looked like they were going to potentially make the comeback. That fadeaway jumper that the Howard player made at the end was such a clutch shot. And then the look that UMBC got, it wasn't like a half-court heave. It was a pretty good look from three. I thought he could have taken maybe one more second. But now Howard gets to play Michigan. They're 31.5-point underdogs going into that game. But it was Howard's first NCAA tournament win. And even though it's the first 4, it does count as a win. They get a lot of money for winning that game. They got a lot of exposure. I know people always look at the conference champions having to play in the first 4 and wondering, is that fair? And maybe not. But from an exposure standpoint, you cannot beat what that game means for both Howard and UMBC. Like, nothing else was on. At that point, I don't think the World Baseball Classic had even started when that game tipped off.
Bucks-Cavs is on.
Bucks-Cavs is on. But if you want a taste of March Madness and you're turning it to True TV for the first time, that's the game you get. And I do appreciate similarly talent-matched teams playing a great game that represents both of those groups before they have to go. That's why I kind of hated when the question to the Howard coach afterwards, and it was a great scene, and he's emotional, and his team's emotional, and they asked, Michigan's next, what are you thinking? And I always hate that question in that moment, because for one night, for one moment, let them just celebrate the win over UMBC. It's a cool thing to do.
Absolutely. And that Howard men's basketball team has had a really special year. I think this will be a year that they remember for a while in DC, where it's, hey, 2050, let's honor the team from 2025, 2026. Regular season champs, tournament champs, the MEAC, and now first ever tournament win. Nothing but congratulations to the Howard Bison. I hate it. This is one of those matchups because we get those every now and then. We're like, oh, I don't want anybody to lose this. I want both teams to win because I like them both. I want Howard to win because I love HBCUs and I have a show and I need more HBCUs in the tournament so I can continue to talk about it. 1, 2, UMBC. Like, oh, their Twitter account is so funny. So funny.
I remember when they beat Virginia.
And then for one of these two to end up having to play Michigan, it's like, oh.
Yeah, for you.
Like, come on, man. I don't want to cheer against them. And if I'm cheering for Michigan, I'm cheering against them. But I cannot handle Michigan losing to a 16. I am not stable enough mentally to handle Michigan losing to a 16 seed. So here we are.
Emotionally, I don't wish that on anyone.
I don't think I'll be able to come into work the next day.
I don't think you would either. I don't think you have to worry.
I don't think so.
But you never
either.
know.
We were over at the official bar of the Jessica Benson show.
Are we going there tomorrow?
We do need to figure that out. But we were over there last year, 2 years ago. No, it was when was Kamala? So when did Trump come in? 2024. So 2023, we were over there, and Howard, I do believe, was there, and it looked like they first half ends is like, are they going to beat Kansas?
Yeah.
Are they?
I remember that.
And then Kansas just beat the hell out of them.
That's
after
how
that.
But this is your reminder: when a 16 seed is flirting with a close game with a 1 seed at half, they're probably about to lose by 30. That is the way that this works most of the time, except for the one time UMBC
Unless
did
you're
it.
UMBC and you beat the hell out of Virginia.
Yeah. We have another first four slate tonight. We have the men will have Prairie View and Lehigh, and then Miami of Ohio against SMU. Very excited for that game.
Prairie
and then the
View.
women. Go ahead. I was just going to say the women are Richmond, Nebraska, and then SF Austin, and Missouri State.
Prairie View A&M, lowest seeded conference tournament champion. They were a 8 seed in the SWAC, and that's the lowest seeded conference champion in the tournament this year. There were teams seeded. Oh, do I have it? I don't have it on here. Teams seeded 3 or lower in their, or lower than 3rd in their conference tournament to win the conference tournament. I think there was like 4 teams this year, and Prairie View A&M was one of them.
What's the spread of that game? Do you know?
Who's playing?
Lehigh's 3.5.
Only 3.5.
Only 3.5.
Oh,
for
wow.
Recording in progress.
Lehigh.
They did beat the
Mountain Hawks
regular season SWAC champs, and they beat the 2nd place team in the SWAC regular season also en route. So.
All right, we have a Grizzlies game day here
there?
in Memphis tonight. It sure is.
I meant to see.
I'll have to watch that first 4 action on a secondary screen because on my first screen, which is my eyeballs, yes.
It's there. It's not here, right?
The game?
Yeah, is the game here?
It's here.
Okay.
7:30. Your tickets from the first try at this game that was back in January for the Ice Storm.
Yeah.
This is the makeup game from the Ice Stormed out game, and it is Grizzlies Nuggets tonight. Your tickets are still valid. A reminder to everybody, if you had tickets for that original game, your tickets are still valid for tonight's game, and it is a 7:30 tip between your Memphis Grizzlies and the Denver Nuggets. The Nuggets did play last night. They beat the Sixers, who were undermanned, and they won big, but that was their first reprieve after the Nuggets have gone through a gauntlet of a schedule. Their previous 6 games were all against top 5 teams in either the West or the East, most of them being in the West. It was Lakers, Knicks, Thunder, Rockets, Spurs, Lakers, and they went 3-3 over that stretch. Aaron Gordon is back. They lost the first 2 games with Gordon back in the lineup, and then they've gone 3-1 in the last 4. They're still waiting to get Peyton Watson back. They hope that he'll return by the end of this week. But the Nuggets are right there, currently in 5th in the West, essentially a 3-way logjam, 4 through 6, with them and the Rockets and the Timberwolves. But those 3 teams are only a game and a half behind the Lakers in 3rd. So when you look at the playoff race in the Western Conference, it is going to come down to this last month of action. We had the Thunder secure their spot in the playoffs officially last night with less than a month to go in the season. In case you were wondering if the Thunder were going to make the playoffs, yes, they are. They still are in the 1 spot. The Spurs are 3 games behind them in 2nd. But this Nuggets team, they haven't been healthy. They do have Nikola Jokic, best player in the world. Anytime I have an opportunity to watch one of the best players in the world in person, I get a little extra excitement. I know Grizzlies games these days don't bring excess joy. Marie Kondo would say they don't bring you much joy. However, when you look at the opponents coming in this whole week, you have the Nuggets tonight with Jokic, and then on Friday you have a Celtics team that has been, really finding a lot of success this season with Jaylen Brown, but then also bringing Jason Tatum back into the mix. So some fun teams coming in who should be big playoff teams as we get into that portion of the season. The Grizzlies did have 2 successful season-ending surgeries yesterday. I want to be sure we say that they were successful because that's what the updates always say. We still have yet to find a case where they said unsuccessful surgery in the history of injury reports around the league. But, I'm sure one happened sometime. But both Santi Aldama and Scottie Pippen Jr. with successful surgeries yesterday. Those medical updates come in, bam, bam. And they are both out for the remainder of the season. So the injury report now is less doubtful. There's only one questionable guy on the injury report. It's Jabari Mashak with that ankle sprain that he sustained in the last game. But he's questionable. Maybe he'll play. And the rest are available.
Who's holding Jokic?
I would love for you to answer that question.
No, I get to throw the grenades out every now and then.
A committee?
It's got to be. But nobody's stopping him. Like, who's going to be matched up on him?
Do you just put?
Is it Omax?
It has to be.
Does it? Because they'll throw Mashak on Jokic real quick.
If he can play.
He's what, questionable?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
It doesn't mean anything. In the old days, questionable meant that they would play. But now, I won't get got. It was just a couple games ago. Cam Spencer was questionable. I was like, God, everybody's out for this game. Surely he'll play. And then he was out. So I don't know. Taj Gibson can go 8 minutes.
Somebody's got to guard Aaron Gordon also.
Yeah. I haven't seen the Nuggets injury report for tonight. Second night of a back-to-back, so we'll see what they do.
Second night of a back-to-back against a team that's not built to win games.
And a team that I'm not sure who they have to put on Jokic.
Does he have to play?
Jokic?
How close is he to the 17 games?
Oh, good point.
He's got to play.
I think he does have to play.
He has to play.
I really hope they change that rule.
Well.
I mean, I like it from a standpoint. Here's a game that shows it in its true effect. He has played 53. So, yeah.
Okay.
He can.
Come on.
No, don't make me do that.
Come on.
He needs to play 12 more games.
Got you. There it is.
And they probably have around. We have 15 games left, so they probably have right around that. So can't really risk missing games. We will see Grizzlies Nuggets tonight at FedEx Forum. We'll come back. We'll talk about that Thunder game last night. It was a big night for SGA and Alex Caruso and his shoe. We'll talk about that, the World Baseball Classic. We've lost our national pastime.
Do we have to get their president back now?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what the official, unofficial rules of the World Baseball Classic winnings are. I did find out how much they get paid for winning that thing. A lot of money.
Good.
We'll get into it all. DeAngelo Williams will join us as well when we come back.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing beats catching your Grizzlies IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you're catching the Grizzlies at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Grizzlies tickets today. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Memphis.
Wells, a rhythm three. Yes, sir! That's an exclamation point on this game.
Grizz fans, defend your home court from pests with Terminix. Before cockroaches, spiders, and mice show up, Terminix it with our pest-free 365-plus year-round protection plan. Visit Terminix.com today and enter code SAVE50 at checkout to save $50. Terms apply. Go Grizzlies!
The long goodbye begins. A very special evening with Journey. Final Frontier Tour. Journey. Tickets are on sale now at journeymusic.com. Your chance to say goodbye to the songs that changed our lives. Journey. Final Frontier Tour.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing compares to catching your Grizzlies IRL. And that all starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight. Put that jersey collection to use for the next game and get Grizzlies tickets at Ticketmaster. Whether they're here at FedEx Forum or on the road, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring tickets. And there's no better brag than saying you saw it live.
New Amsterdam Vodka is an official partner of the Memphis Grizzlies. It's the only exceptionally smooth vodka that is 5 times distilled, 3 times filtered, and rated 93 points. New Amsterdam believes wins big and small become legendary when you celebrate them with your crew. So here's to the blue, white, and gold, the Memphis grit and grind, and reliving winning moments big and small with Tennessee's favorite basketball team. New Amsterdam Vodka. Find your wins.
What's up? Welcome back. What are you saying?
TV situation good?
I think the TV situation at Bird Dog is good.
Like how many TVs will we need? 5, 6?
As long as they have the lower portion open. I'll do some investigation.
Okay.
I'll see if if it's only the upper portion, I think those TVs are small.
Got you.
But if it's downstairs, then those TVs are big enough to watch a game and to watch multiple games because they have multiple televisions.
Got you. Okay.
I love Birdie's, but Birdie's TVs are a little small for the March Madness viewing situation. Max's has the new patio. Saucer has their outdoor TVs. Trying to think of any other.
Which they bought just for you.
Yes, 2 years ago when one of them.
Wait,
I'm telling you, one of the best customer service experiences that I have ever had happened at the Flying Saucer in downtown Memphis when we were there watching the opening day of March Madness and one of the TVs didn't work. And rather than them saying, "So sorry, we're just going to have to be without this one," they went and bought a new TV and said, "Don't go anywhere. We're going to get a new TV. We're going to get this fixed. And you're going to be able to watch all the games." And by golly, they did it.
That's how you get to be the unofficial
That's how you
official
become
bar.
the unofficial official bar of the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt, directed by Other Jacob. All right, other action from last night. As mentioned, the Thunder beat the Magic, and that secured their spot in the playoffs. Another 40-point night for SGA. And Alex Caruso tried to block a shot with his shoe. Every day my eyes see something that they have not seen before, and last night it was this. Alex Caruso with his shoe on Tristan da Silva. This happened in the second quarter. He lost his shoe. He picked up his shoe. And I appreciate the ingenuity of deciding I should use this shoe to try to block this shot. Look at that. And he got a piece of it too. Says who? Just kidding, it was given a tech. Says the rules.
If he swipes and misses the ball and the shoe comes across somebody's face.
Oh, it's over. Somebody said Lou Dort's going to try to do it with a machete, and I laughed out loud.
Because he will.
He's like, look what I have.
Whoopsie, that's falling right there onto the court. I saw that and it reminded me, I used to watch my dad play softball.
Yeah.
Like he had softball league. I was like 7. And when somebody would hit a home run, the people in the outfield would just take their gloves off and throw it and try and knock the ball out of the air.
Oh, I have a rec league memory of an older man playing rec league ball and getting so frustrated that he took off his shoe and threw it at the ball from the sidelines in the middle of like a 3-on-3 game, just trying to disrupt play. And someone's like, dude, you can't do that. But I think the league should reward creativity. And Alex Caruso didn't hurt anyone. He didn't hit them in the face with the shoe. He was just trying to block the shot. And I like to think that it was an homage to our very own Marc Gasol, who was announced yesterday that he's going into the Tennessee Sports Hall of Fame. Because once upon a time, Marc Gasol also did a little swipey swipe with the shoe. You know, sometimes you just got to use the resources that you have available.
Are you sure you want to allow that to open?
No.
Because you're opening Pandora's
No,
box.
I don't.
Because Lou Dort is itching. Dylan Brooks is itching. Draymond Green is itching to hit these dudes with things.
Draymond Green would love to hit someone in the nuts with a shoe. Absolutely.
A shoe? If you allow a shoe, Draymond's going to run, or one of them. It might not be Draymond. It might be Dylan. It might be Dort. Hell, Patrick Beverly's still hooping professionally. He might get called back to the NBA. He might do it. They'll just go kick somebody out of their seat sitting courtside, grab the chair, and just throw it at the ball.
Yeah, you can't do that.
No. It was
Alex Caruso,
funny.
what were you thinking? What were you?
You said the Thunder clinched postseason or playoff?
I thought playoff.
Okay.
Can you
no.
imagine just the ultimate tumble into the
play-in?
Like,
They end up with the 7th seed.
That would be one of the most absurd sports things to ever happen in the
They'd
history
have to
of all
lose 15
sports.
straight games for that to happen.
They clinched a spot in the playoffs.
Got you.
First
Okay.
team in the league
There we go.
to do so.
Good
Good
on
for them.
I'm excited to see the postseason. They've clinched with so many injuries, a variety of injuries. And this weekend, we didn't get a chance to talk about it because, you know, when March Madness starts, everything sort of takes a back burner. But it looked like SGA was going to blow that streak at 127.
Yes.
And he came alive in the fourth quarter. Still, though, even though the Timberwolves did a pretty good job to defend, a really good job, a damn fine job defending him through 3 quarters, his handprints were all over the game. He was not somebody who was sulking. He was not trying to force anything. I step out of the room to go take care of some stuff around the house. My dryer broke. And so, yeah.
We haven't talked about
We hadn't
that.
talked about the dryer. So, yeah, I was dealing
I'm
with
so
trying
sorry.
to figure out what was
I
doing.
hate being a homeowner.
It's awful. What was going on there, and came back about 10 minutes, maybe 4 or 5 minutes of game action, and look up, and the Thunder have gone from down pretty much the whole game to up 10. I was like, how the hell did this happen? I go and try and fix the dryer. Got somebody come and look at it, come back, and now the Thunder are up 10? Oh, my goodness. And SGA had an awful shooting night, was held in check, and they still found a way to win. This Thunder team, SGA is great. DeAngelo Williams is great, but that supporting cast, man. For them to be like this, the number 1 seed in the NBA, with the injuries and the people missing games that they have had missed games, truly impressive.
Where you look at the Nuggets, who have struggled with the injuries that have impacted them, it's such a testament to how the Thunder are built. Also, terrible back-to-back nights for the Magic, because they let get 41 the night before, and they let SGA get 40.
They let who?
No.
Why you say it like that?
We said yesterday.
Yeah, that's not how you say no.
No.
Could you be more Coloradoan?
Yeah, that is pretty Colorado.
Yeah, come on, man. Say no.
No.
I feel like why is it so long? I feel like I'm Chris Tucker and you're Jackie Chan. Like, what? Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? No.
Yeah, it sounds like
Don't
the
worry
nights
about
who
it.
say knee.
Don't worry about it. Don't ever say no again.
But it's his name.
It's
and the Atlanta Hawks are surging.
Oh, they're surging now.
Yes.
Say New Orleans.
10 in a row. New Orleans.
Say Nolans.
Nolans. No.
There you go.
Wow. Good job.
That's
Great
it.
job. Great
There we
job.
go.
Let's go to another word that I've struggled to say my whole life. Venezuela took down the USA in the World Baseball Classic.
Venezuela?
That was pretty good. Venezuela.
That you struggle with that?
My entire life. My friend's brother got sent, my best friend growing up was LDS, and her brother got sent on his mission to Venezuela when we were in elementary school. And from that point forward, I just have always struggled. It's the Z with the S sound, and I spoke French and I didn't speak Spanish. And even with my French, I'm really bad at like the cursive sounding words. That's not how you officially say any of those, but in my brain, that's how they go. Anyway, Venezuela took down the USA in the World Baseball Classic. We have lost our national pastime, but I do have to say, I enjoyed watching Venezuela win. It's not that I wanted the U.S. to lose, but that team, like, it's just pure joy. Like, it's the personification of passion. And they are just a good vibes team. When Eugenio Suarez hits that go-ahead RBI double in the 9th inning, and he's like screaming at the sky, pointing at the sky, arms wide. I'm like, that's what it's all about. Like, the World Baseball Classic succeeded. They got the players to care. They got the fans to care. The scenes out of Venezuela last night were awesome with fans celebrating. They had the scenes at the game itself with the team celebrating, the fans who were there celebrating. Like, that's the stuff. Like, when things like that happen, I become interested in the World Baseball Classic. You become interested in the World Baseball Classic. People who aren't normally fans of baseball find themselves like enthralled with what's going on. It just happened with the Olympics. It makes me super excited for the World Cup. This always tends to happen. But I genuinely enjoyed watching that Venezuela team.
This is why the NFL is so desperate to try and get international competition going. Because like you said, man, when teams are representing countries, like, we get interested. We get way more interested than in the regular season of said sport for the most part. There's something about national pride being on the line that draws everybody's eyeballs to this product. And not just this one, but Olympics, FIFA, what have you. And like you're right, the way that the baseball viewing world stepped in this moment to watch this sport, like, it was all over my timeline. It was over my timeline in a way that a game in July between the Yankees and the Red Sox just would not be there.
Yeah.
You know, it just, the Dodgers and the Giants could be playing in June, and it might see one tweet. I'm not going to see hundreds of tweets and reactions to what was going on. I'm not going
to see fans in Boston responding in the way that, like, the scenes of
I'm not going to see
fans watching it on the big board and then running through the streets and the flag being everywhere. There's just a specialness to
I'm not going to see fans in Boston at all. I might see something ESPN or Fox or wherever the game is played. I might see something from them, the network, but I'm not going to get that sort of human reaction to the celebration of winning the game. And it's been that way. I know championship games are different than non-championship games and non-elimination games, but this has been that way throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
Throughout the entire time, I've seen, oh, look, there goes Korea. And look at them. Aren't they looking really, really fun right now? Don't they look like they?
Italian
don't
team
look at Puerto Rico. Yeah. Look at what's going on here.
Listen, I know it's been said, and I don't think it needs to be oversaid or made into like that big of a thing, but just like the juxtaposition of some of the attitudes of the South American teams, the Latin American teams, even the European teams versus the U.S. Like, the U.S. comes in, and I get it. Like, they underperformed. They were the favorites. They were supposed to win. You get the Bryce Harper home run in the 8th, but other than that, the offense fell totally flat for the U.S. and they lose. They were supposed to win. But the U.S. operates under this guise of, like, we are big, we are strong, we are super, we are supposed to win. And everyone else is like, this is a party. And it doesn't take away from the competitiveness. It's not like they're just happy to be here, because I don't want it to come across as that either. But there is a general joy that comes from other countries and how they approach sports. And we are so machine-like with it at times. And that doesn't mean that they don't have fun, and that doesn't mean that there isn't like celebration here and there too. But I thought it was like fully on display in this World Baseball Classic.
Yeah, that's why I can't remember how many years ago. I don't know if it's still a thing. When you looked at people hit by pitch, it was usually American hitting some Latin American, right? It was usually a United States pitcher hitting a Latin American batter, because of the unwritten rules of baseball that we have here that they don't have elsewhere, where it is, hey, let's go out, let's not have fun, because you're having fun. That automatically means you're showing the other side up. In Latin America, the way they play baseball, and it's been this way since baseball got down there, and if you want to learn about it, you can read some of the historian books about, hey, this is what Latin America baseball is. I read one of the Satchel Paige biographies, and they talk about this some, and it comes up some in the Negro League, where there is a bit of outward jubilation and joy that exists in some of these other leagues outside of the MLB. And when you try and bring that to the MLB, people get their feathers ruffled. The United States players get upset about that. And so it doesn't really come all the way over here. It's fun in this type of setting to see the juxtaposition between the stoicism of America and the jubilation of the Latin Americans and some of the Asian teams as well. Where it's like, oh, this looks fun. This is not because they are professionals. They take their job very seriously. This is banana ball-esque. This is just the joy that they are having playing and being successful together is really, really fun to sit down and see. Yeah. So like you watch the Dominican Republic play and it's like, oh, they're doing way more than just high-fiving and dapping each other up. No, they're flipping bats. They're slow walking it. I can't remember. It wasn't Tatis. It wasn't Vlad. I can't remember which one hit a home run and just stood there and watched it.
It wasn't. I thought that was Vlad.
Was it Vlad? Was it Vlad who hit the home run and then just stood there and watched it and then flipped the bat and took off? You do that in MLB. Oh, they're throwing at your dome for doing something like that. But it's such a cool thing to see.
Disrespect the game.
And you better be sure. You better be sure that ball gets out of the park also. Because if it doesn't get out of the park and you mess around and hit a single off of that, now you're in trouble. Yeah. But it got out of the park. Like, it's just cool. One of the things that baseball, and hopefully for MLB's sake, people are able to ride this sort of emotion all the way into the start of the season. And maybe the MLB will see a bump in numbers. I think the season starts next week.
It's great for the sport. And, I mean, it's similar to the hope that the NHL sees a bump in numbers coming out of the Olympics. Yeah. These kind of things do matter, and when there's just a general buzz that happens, it definitely helps. All right, we got to get to DeAngelo Williams. We'll talk about the WNBA reaching an agreement for their new CBA. That news broke this morning. We'll get into that after DeAngelo Williams. What we'll talk to DeAngelo about, we just never know. We will find out on the other side.
Oh, what do you think it'll be? You think it'll be the farm? Where will DeAngelo be?
Fridays at FedEx Forum just got a whole lot more fun for the family. With the Family Friday ticket offer, a $35 game ticket gets you a $10 food voucher and access to pregame shoot-around. Additionally, for every 4 tickets purchased, you get an autographed item from the Grizzlies vault. Capture moments that last a lifetime for birthdays, youth groups, and other family-friendly celebrations. Visit grizzlies.com/Friday to grab your tickets today.
Jeff Dunham, Artificial Intelligence, his all-new tour.
Jeff Dunham. You're the other white meat. How can you be so smart on one hand and so stupid on the other?
Well, you're half of it.
I realize I could have avoided all this years ago with one simple word. I do not. Silence!
Don't miss a Memphis. Friday, April 10th, FedEx Forum. Tickets on sale Monday, September 29th at jeffdunham.com.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
How much did life change at that very moment, right?
When
you find out your daughter is on the way, it's like time to grow up, right?
Yeah, for sure.
What's being a dad like?
Man, it's great, man. Depends on the day, though. You know, she just turned 2, so
she's mobile now.
She learning the word no. She got a little bit of an attitude, but you know, we going with the flow right now, man.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Look, I say a lot of dumb stuff. I try to keep it in front of large groups. Seems to go better that way.
Big Dome Eyes World Tour.
When you say something dumb one-on-one, it's a lot for that person. I'll say it, then I can just feel that they feel the weight of my life on their shoulders.
Tickets and info at NateBargatze.com. Don't miss the Big Dumb Eyes World Tour. Nate Bargatze.
Grizzlies fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but nothing compares to catching them IRL. And that starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight in person. From seeing your favorite Grizzly stars up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood. Put that jersey collection to use and get tickets at Ticketmaster. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside, Memphis.
Wait, we could keep going. We're just talking. Which comedy,
I know.
DeAngelo?
We're back with DeAngelo Williams. DeAngelo, which one?
Have you guys seen Ghost?
Oh, no.
Oh, it is absolutely phenomenal. It's on Paramount Plus.
I've heard that show's great.
It is unbelievable. There's 5 seasons of it. There's like 22 episodes in each season. It is absolute. I don't even like this kind of comedy. It's like that Neighbors slapstick kind of comedy.
Wasn't it a British show that then got made into a U.S. version?
It is hilarious. It is hilarious. The depth and the levels that it go to, yeah, it's funny.
Well, I'm glad you're. Go ahead.
You started watching. What was the name?
DTF St. Louis.
In addition to all the other shows, and I forgot that the Tracy Jordan show, Tracy Morgan with Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah,
I need to start that. He also has another show on the Paramount, and I started watching. I'm making my way through Dragon Ball D. I don't know if you're into Dragon Ball Z, but I've never watched the Dragon Ball, so I'm making my way through Dragon Ball. Hilarious.
Okay.
And started. What's the name of this weird ass anime?
Is it One Piece?
Rooster Fighter.
So you're watching Rooster and Rooster Fire?
Rooster Fighter.
Fighter?
That follows a demon fighting rooster around.
Look, I'm finna tell you something. This is
DeAngelo.
This is no joke. I'm finna be honest with you. I can't judge you, CJ, because I watched an entire season. It was 78 episodes of this anime of boxing. I can't even think. The only reason why I didn't watch the second season is because it's all in another language, and I can't watch the translations. It bothers me. Like I gotta actually hear the voiceovers.
Yeah.
I'm the boxer. He was like the white Mike Tyson. Like he had a rough childhood growing up. Like
you talking about Baki, right? Jacob, if you can find Baki, like a picture of Baki, throw it up. It's on Netflix, right?
No, you can see him because I can't think of, it's IME.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
I'm glad you have TV shows to distract you, because in the break you were upset about multiple things. You're mad about Banksy.
Well, I'm upset of I don't think you guys understand the side effects of getting old. Okay, and I want to talk about one of these side effects.
How old are you?
I'm 42.
Okay, so you're the oldest of the three of us.
Right. And you guys will probably understand what I mean by this on getting old. I want to talk about this side because I don't think a lot of people talk about this side. Caring about things that you shouldn't care about. I'm going to give you some examples.
Okay.
Like right now, it bothers me more than anything when I'm doing some work and my phone ring. I'm like, why do people want to call me right now? Like, I'm doing this. They have no idea what I'm doing. Right. But it bothers me that my phone is ringing while I'm busy doing something, because damn well I'm busy. Like any other time you don't call me. Like these are the conversations that I'm having with myself now that I'm getting old. Mm-hmm. Well, back in the days when I was younger, didn't care about it. Didn't bother me.
Yeah.
You just answer the phone, or you just like, I'll get back to them. Like it bothers me now.
Okay. I hear you.
Another side. And this happened. I turned into a call the other day. All right. So last week, this car has been coming through the neighborhood really fast, always fast. And I know it's the kid down the street. It's always a kid down the street. Loud car. I'm zipping through the neighborhood, And I told myself, I'm like, I'm not going over to these folks' house and have this conversation because I don't know how to have a conversation. That Ippo right here, this is what I'm talking about. Yes, this is, watch the whole season, man. That man right there earned my respect. Earned my respect, okay? But yeah, I tried my best. I was like, I'm not going over that man's house. I'm not, because I don't know. I know it's a kid because I see him come through the neighborhood all the time, but it's fast.
Okay.
Fast. And I'm like, I fought it for a long time. Well, I turned in the call. I'm gonna call myself a call. So on Monday, it was raining. He's still zipping through the neighborhood. I'm like, I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna have a conversation. But I'm like on my way over there, I'm trying to figure out, okay, I want to have a non-threatening conversation where they don't think like I'm attacking the fact that they're speeding.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to make them aware, hey, there's kids in the neighborhood. We're walking. People walk their dogs. Like, can you get them to just slow down a little bit? Right? So I go over and I ring the doorbell, knock on the door, and I'm like looking through windows because I probably shouldn't be, but I'm like, I know there's somebody here. The car just pulled up, got out or whatever.
I don't want to have a threatening conversation, but I am going to creep through your windows.
We neighbors.
Yeah.
We're neighbors at this point. Like, yeah. So the person that was in the car, the young kid, answered the door, and I'm like, hey, is your parents here? Can I talk to somebody? Because I'm not finna tell them, like, hey, man, slow down. Like, you ain't got to go to that. Like, so I need to talk to somebody a little bit older because I can see this is a minor. I'm not finna have this conversation with a minor, right? So the dad walked up to the door. He's like, hey, can I help you? And I was like, hey, I just wanted to talk to you about the car out here. And he goes, well, what's going on with the car out there? I go, well, I'm not saying that they're speeding. I'm not saying that they're reckless driving. I'm just saying that there's a lot of kids that walk, and there's a lot of people that walk dogs and things like that in this neighborhood. And that car sometime is going the speed limit or a little bit faster than the speed limit and kind of blows by the people that are walking. I was kind of one of them.
This is the most workaround way of just saying, hey, I think your kid is going a little too fast in the neighborhood.
Right, because I didn't want to be too forward because I didn't want to have a problem with my neighbor from that point on. Like, we've been living beside each other, but we've never had a conversation with each other.
This goes back. Did you watch some of those episodes?
I haven't had a chance.
I know. There's
it's
too
so
much going on. There's this new show on HBO Max called Neighbors. That's a reality show where it goes and delves into fights between neighbors. And it's good stuff. I mean, it really makes you reflect on, one, if you have good neighbors, how grateful you are. Like, I have great neighbors. I have no issues with my neighbors. They're lovely. One of my neighbors even gave us a Christmas present, and it was like the sweetest thing in the world. Unexpected, wonderful. I'm so grateful for them when I see these neighbor stories of absolute hell, because you don't know. I hear where you're coming from after watching the show, because you could have had the best intentions, and you're right. There are kids in the neighborhood. There are people walking their dogs. Take a little extra care. But if you have the wrong kind of neighbor who hears that and is like, this guy's attacking me, then it could turn out into an all-out war.
And I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to have that battle because I've already made a decision that I'm dying in this house, and I don't want to have problems with the people around the place that I plan on resting for the rest of my life. I don't want that problem.
Wait, where's this neighbor? Where's this neighbor in relation to the neighbor whose tree fell on your fence?
No, that's not
Old
even.
house.
They're down the street. So here's what's crazy. Here's what's crazy. My man hitting the gas from the stop sign to his house because the car loud as hell. So when he giving the gas, you whoa, like I'm like, damn, bro, come on, man. First of all, we trying to sleep. It's old people in the neighborhood. I ain't say none of that though. So get back there. I go, if he could just kind of, he was like, okay, I really appreciate that. I'll have a conversation with him. He called him over and he was like, is there any, no, there's nothing I want to say to him. I just thank you guys so much. And like, I walked off. And I felt like I handled it well because there had been like the going crazy. I don't care about you speeding. Like, just this your neighborhood. Like, I'm not saying take that to another neighborhood, but if you got some speeding issues, there's
You're
an
gonna hit a
expressway.
kid. Go to that neighborhood next door and make it a kid we don't all know.
That is a general rule.
You're gonna
though.
kill last.
Like when you
general
get
rule.
into your neighborhood,
Some
like
respect.
I as a child as a teenager of the early 2000s, the way that the trunks rattled when we listened to music made it indiscernible. The whole car is shaking. That's how loud the music is. And everybody put the speaker in themselves to save on money because we're children and we couldn't afford the speaker in the first damn place. So it was put in real shoddily. Again, it's turned all the way up, bass is all the way up, the boom comes in, and everything rattles. When you get into your neighborhood, you turn that
down.
off.
Turn that down.
You turn all of that all the way down.
I abide by that to this
10
day.
and 2 on that wheel, and you're going real easy through your neighborhood. How you drive outside of your neighborhood
Not my problem.
is how you drive.
Yeah.
Once you get
That's how
into your
you drive.
neighborhood, you slow all the way down. You turn everything all the way down. You look like a good driver in your neighborhood.
And it's awful. I know it's awful. It's horrible. I know. Hearing you say that, CJ, and me agreeing with you, I feel awful. Okay. But that was the
I don't
unwritten
think you
rule.
should feel awful. I think it's okay. I want to ask, because this is in the similar vein, I want to ask what you would do in this situation, because Chris and I had an issue this week with not our neighbor, but we were dog sitting at somebody else's place in a condo building. So we're sharing walls. And we're sitting, we're about to watch our TV show, and all of a sudden we hear a pulsing through the wall of music. And it's like, get your mind out of the gutter. It's like, boom, 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 boom. And we're like, all right, a little music. It's not going to, affect us too much, whatever. We turn the volume up on our show. We watch it. It gets to the end of our TV viewing, and we're going to go to bed. It's like 11:30, and this music is still going. And we decided to just sleep through it that night. We're like, that's fun. Maybe they're having a party. Maybe they have people over, whatever. Next day, same thing happens. Around the same time. God, they play the same song over and over again. This is crazy. Chris gets to the point where he's like, I can't sleep with it again. Like, I woke up hearing it. I gotta do something. I said, well, you can't do something. These aren't our neighbors. I was like, we don't live here. We're the help. We're the hired help. And he goes, I gotta do something. So he knocks, and it continues. And he knocks again louder, and it stops. And he's like, all right, mission accomplished. Next day, I'm there in the middle of the afternoon. I realize they're practicing the bass.
Oh,
they
nice.
are not playing music off of something. They are clearly practicing an instrument because it is the same song over and over and over again. And I turn on the noise machine for my afternoon nap, whatever, get through it. That night, it happens again. And Chris goes, I have to knock on the, and I go, you can't knock on the door. You can't knock on the wall. These aren't our neighbors. And he did it again, and it stopped. And this became our process the entire time that we stayed there. Was Chris in the right to knock on the wall of somebody who he doesn't know to tell them to be quiet?
No, he was wrong.
I agree.
He was wrong.
I agree.
So here's why I say he was wrong. Hired help don't have the same
We
responsibility.
don't have rights.
They don't have those rights. Hired help does
agree.
not. Because now you just created a problem for me. I don't know. That's my neighbor
Exactly.
knocking on the damn wall.
Exactly.
Like, bro, and it had nothing to do with the neighbor. The neighbor, as he's concerned right now, has no idea that there's been no clue.
I know. I agree. Thank you.
Disagree wholeheartedly. I've been in hotel rooms with loud neighbors.
Oh, I have.
That's different.
Listen.
Speaking of throwing shoes, I have thrown a shoe
That's
at
different.
the
That's
ceiling
different.
of a hotel room before and said,
"What's the
difference?" That's different. That's different.
because we're all paying to be in the same spot.
Yeah, absolutely.
I agree.
Now, if you coming to stay at my house, CJ, you coming to stay at my house, and my neighbor cutting the grass at 4:30 in the morning every morning, and you going over there and say, "Hey, man, stop cutting your grass at 4:30 in the morning, dude. I'm over here trying to sleep." You don't live in the neighborhood. You ain't even from here. You just spending a week here.
DeAngelo, I had.
You get what I'm saying?
I had somebody staying with us at our house Shout out Chi-Town. Chi-Town lived next door. Chi-Town likes to pull into his driveway late at night, which is fine. Like, you grown-ass man. I'm not asking you to not do that. But he would pull in, and he would listen to whatever song was on the radio. He'd let that finish playing before he get out the car. And sometimes if he was really feeling it, he'd be in the car 3, 4, 5 songs. And so this particular friend staying in the front of the house, his driveway is right by the front of the house. We don't hear it in the bedroom, but if you're in the front of the house, in that guest bedroom, you can hear it. He was playing loud music. I heard, I didn't hear it. I was asleep. Woke up the next morning. The friend told me what was going on. So I just went over there in the morning, and he came out. I came out. I was like, hey, Shot, let me holler at you, man. I got company. Would you mind keeping that down for me? He said, yeah, cool. Now, flip it. If she would have went over there, said, hey.
It'd have been a problem.
It wouldn't have been a problem. It wouldn't have been. Hey, I don't know you, man, but I'm staying here for the next 3, 4 nights. Would you mind when you pull in, keeping it down? If it's late at night, I'm trying to get some sleep. And my neighbors, where I stay, will be like, oh, yeah, no problem. My bad.
I mean, you go through the right protocols, man. You get the owner to do that. Like he did with you. Like he told you, like, hey, man, it's loud. Can you talk to them? Because that's the proper
I'm telling
protocol.
you right now, don't ever have me at your house then. Because if somebody's being loud in the neighborhood and I'm trying to get rest, or if somebody's doing something I don't like, I'm going to be like, hey, yo, check this out, man. Mr. Neighbor Man cutting grass at 4:30 in the morning. Let me holler at you, player.
That's also
CJ,
crazy.
and he gonna be there every morning because you came over there and said something.
Can you just, not while I'm here? And then afterwards, after you have that conversation, if you feel like it was a bit too gruff, the one critique I have for you is, first, be more direct. That's the first one. But the 2 critiques I have for you then. The second piece, give them something, right? So after I have that conversation with your neighbor, I'm going to knock on the door later and be like, hey, here's a bottle of this.
Here's some pastries.
Have some.
Here's some cookies.
There you go. No, it's all good, man. Here's a 36-pack of beer. There you go. I apologize.
Please don't drink it and drive.
For interrupting you, but this neighbor is cutting the grass, so please don't drink it and cut the grass.
Cut your grass, yes.
So if you had just went over there with a snack or a trinket of some sort, like,
it would have been
man,
good.
We're neighbors. Here you go.
I don't disagree.
Please tell that little kid to slow the hell down.
CJ, so now we finna mix it up a little bit, CJ. So now you're the youngest one in your neighborhood.
Okay.
And I'm going to assume you're also the blackest one.
Absolutely.
All right.
And,
here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. I know where you're going. Where you're going.
Yes.
With this.
Yes. You're at Jessica's house staying the night, though. You're at Jessica's house staying the night, and the neighbor's loud, CJ. How do you handle that?
We code switch. We have to switch, which is fine. And so it's the blackness is dialed all the way down the first time. Like, I'm gonna go over there, I'm gonna talk to him, and it's the same thing I'm gonna tell you, right? Like, I just told you, where you go over there, hey man, would you mind? Got this going on. I got a newborn baby, the wife who just gave birth, she trying to rest. If you could keep it down between these hours, we'd appreciate it. And then I follow back up a day or so later, like, hey man, thank you for keeping it down. Here's something. Here's a bottle of something. We really enjoy that. Here you go. Now, if it continues, every time I go back over there, it's going to dial up a little bit. That blackness is going to turn up a little bit. It's going to keep going and going and going until it's all the way up. And now we've got an angry Negro in the neighborhood. Now it's the angry black man is coming through. And I'm going to try and intimidate that person into keeping it down, and then it'll be a whole situation. Right? Like, that's how I'm trying to move, D.
But that's what I'm saying, though. You're only there for 5 days. If it get to that point, that's what I'm saying.
If it get to that point, if I'm only there 5 days,
I'm temporary. You're temporary.
So I'm coming to visit you in this neighborhood where, like, we the only ones there. We got some. How many kids you got?
I got 4.
So it's what? It's four of us there, right?
Yes.
Okay. Because they count as half. So it's 4 of us there. And so I go over to the neighbor and be polite about it still. And again, please.
Even though you're there temporarily.
Even though I'm there temporarily. And then if it continues, then like if I'm only there temporarily, there's no reason for me to escalate the thing. I will tell you though, hey, you need to get that mother bleeper over there And I will give that mother bleeper a dirty look as I'm leaving the house. If we make eye contact, I'm going to stare him down. Like, I know you heard me tell you to keep it down, and you just not going to keep it down. And then I'm going to tell you that we need to have a cookout. And
I'm
we
gonna tell
need to
you
invite
right now.
all your family members from Arkansas, and we just need to take over the neighborhood, do a block party
you
style,
right
and make
now,
that person
CJ.
uncomfortable.
Because I'm at the age that I'm at right now, I'm never coming over your house and visiting you ever in that capacity ever again. And when you ask me why, I'm gonna tell you like, yo,
I won't
your
have
name-
house guests.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
No.
never coming over there. Like, yeah, I'm cool.
Okay. DeAngelo, thanks for the thought-provoking conversation, as always. I never know where we'll go, and I'm always surprised.
I want to make this clear.
You think Chris was in the right?
Don't knock on the wall. If you're going to knock on the wall the first time,
Go knock on the
fine.
door.
After that, go knock on the door.
That's what I think you should
Go
have
knock
done.
on the door. If you
But
knock on
nobody
the
wants,
wall,
but at that point, like, we're in our pajamas.
before,
But in
when
our
you get off work.
He's in his boxers.
When you get off work, go knock on the door. Be like,
Okay.
hey, man, sorry about knocking on the wall last night. We were trying to sleep. You were a little loud. Like, don't knock on the wall. Go be a man. Go knock on the door.
I
Confront that
appreciate
person.
your artistic ventures. I support
Yeah,
your guitar
also,
career.
Can we come over
You
and
should
listen
probably
one
tell
day?
them how you feel about the tone. Like it boom.
I think it was the bass, but it didn't. It was kind of bass-like, but it almost felt like a synthesizer. It was. I'm telling you, you could like feel it coming out of the walls.
Are y'all still there?
No, we're
They
done.
came back? Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
I made it home.
Next time you go, just bake some cookies, take over there, and
Hey!
then you guys talk.
Well, I don't understand why y'all causing problems for y'all neighbor though.
They're not my neighbor.
She's the help.
I'm the help.
She's the servant.
I'm the hired help. I know my place. As I'm cleaning up somebody else's dog poop, I say I'm paid for this. Bye,
Or Chris
DeAngelo.
over there banging a hole in the wall.
I know. Causing problems. All right, we'll catch up with you next week. We got to take a quick break. When we come back, CJ, let me set the scene. What if you won a game, not just any game, like a game that had a trophy with it? You got to hold a trophy, and then 3 months later, they took it away from you. How would that make you feel?
Come get it from my cold dead hands. Here it is on my porch. Come fight me for it.
We'll do some WTF stories, plus the details of the landmark WNBA collective bargaining agreement have been reported. They came to an agreement this morning after over 100 hours of negotiating in the last week. The WNBA season is saved. We'll get into all that and more after a quick break.
Gotta stand up for my buffet, bro.
Junior Grizzlies summer camps presented by Ortho South are the key to a slam dunk summer with over a dozen 4-day camps perfect for hoopers ages 6 to 14 looking to build fundamental skills and make unforgettable memories. With camps across the Mid-South in Tennessee, Mississippi, and Arkansas, you won't have to go far for the ultimate hoops experience this summer. Registration comes with a Junior Grizzlies jersey, lunchbox, and a basketball to take home. Don't wait, space is limited. Visit grizzlies.com/Junior Grizzlies today to secure a spot for a fun-filled summer. That's grizzlies.com/Junior Grizzlies.
The heaviest metal credit card of all time. Rumored to be one of only 18 in existence. Plated with the very same tungsten that forged the International Space Station. And wielded at business dinners like a samurai sword. It's a classic corporate power move. But the real power move? Having end-to-end visibility on your most critical shipments. FedEx, the new power move.
When the arena lights dim for a concert or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person who will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's a person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to give you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let other fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Grizz Nation gets set for tip-off 1 hour before every Grizzlies home game with the warm-up show. Get the latest news, notes, and analysis live from courtside at FedEx Forum.
The Grizzlies have been consistent as one of the top 2 or 3 most productive benches all season long.
Join me, Lang Whitaker, along with Michael Wallace, Jessica Benson, and other personalities from Grind City Media, Memphis, and around the NBA. 1 hour before every home game, live at Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
Now that's the new edition way.
I feel like there's another level we can take it to.
What you think, Mike?
2 steps ahead of you, Slick.
What's good, bro?
What you doing, man?
I'm in.
Woman, you don't even know what I'm getting ready to ask you.
Here's the vision. All 3 of us on the same stage every night.
Gonna be crazy.
No barriers, no separation.
It'll be like 9 kings and a queen.
The next level starts now.
Tip-off. Get ready for tip-off of the NCAA tournament. Who put a question mark in the teleprompter? Watch our College Hoops Mega Madness show from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. next Friday and Thursday. Tune in as we break down the top matchups of the day, give our bracket predictions, and more. You can watch it all on YouTube or on the Grind City Media app starting at 8 a.m. That is tomorrow. It'll be me and CJ along with Bennett Doyle to start the morning. We'll check in with Teresa Walker on all things SEC since we catch up with her every Thursday. I believe we are going to be drafting best March Madness moments of all time. So that'll be a fun show tomorrow because it is one of the most fun days of the year tomorrow.
When you say moments.
Yes.
So like if a player goes off just in a game, Gulky, right? I say, hey, give me the Gulky moment. Give me that's fine. I get the whole moment. It doesn't have to be an individual play.
No.
So I could theoretically.
I think moments in its totality.
I could take Marshall Henderson and that run.
I think you could take like Kemba Walker's run.
Got you.
In March
and
Madness.
that would be the full moment. Cool.
You could take.
I got you.
Northwestern fan turned into meme.
It doesn't have to be which
would also accompany. Yeah.
But so it doesn't have to be Christian Laettner's shot.
No, it can be.
It can be. Okay, I got you.
Use your imagination. I'm not putting rules on this.
Well, that's the problem. You never put rules on it, and then we get in the middle of it, and it's like, okay, can you do that?
Rules.
And it's men's and women's.
Yeah.
D1.
Sure.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
Best moments.
Okay.
I cannot wait. Speaking of women's basketball, the WNBA and its players reached a verbal agreement for a new CBA. It still needs to be finalized in a term sheet, and the details are starting to come out, but Breanna Stewart called the deal transformational as it was reached this morning in the wee hours around 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. As I mentioned, over 100 hours of bargaining just in this last week alone. And thankfully, it means that the WNBA season is going to go on and is planned starting on May 8th. It also means that the WNBA and its players were able to come to a conclusion that was best for all parties involved. So according to Shams Charania, this involves a new salary cap starting at $7 million, which is up from $1.5 million, which is remarkable. And now you have, for the first time, the players are able to get revenue sharing with the league. And the average revenue share is going to be 20% across this deal. There's a supermax that will start at $1.4 million. And then the average salary range is in the range of $600,000. The minimum salary is now above $300,000, which all of this represents a massive jump, the growth in the league. It allows for it to continue to grow. I would assume that as more details come out, there will be things like housing and travel and parental leave and other things that just make the players' lives better. That's been something important and something that they have stuck with. But I'm glad that they were able to reach a number that they felt fair, that the league was willing to give, and that they don't have to have a lockout for this season because it would have been horrendous.
Every time we talk about it, point out the last major one, both hockey and baseball, NHL and MLB had their lockouts, and they fell so far behind. They never really recovered. And it's one thing for America's pastime to try and recover from their lockout. This is the W. You just got here. MLB's been around since the early 1900s, not the late 1900s. We were around for late 1900s, and baseball and the MLB was around in damn near 1800s. So if you're just now getting here and you hit one of these massive jumps in interest in your sport, which happens from time to time for a variety of different reasons, you don't want to take that momentum that you have. And the WNBA has a bunch of momentum right now. You don't want to take that momentum and shut it all the way down. You don't, because there's no guarantee you get that momentum back, and there's no guarantee you get the same type of growth in this moment. So I'm glad that they were able to avoid the lockdown or lockout, excuse me. I look forward to seeing what else is in the new CBA. And yeah, let's play basketball. The draft, the WNBA draft has got to be in like 2 weeks.
No, because we have the whole tournament. So the tournament's what?
2 weeks? 3 weeks?
Okay. So the draft's in 4 weeks.
Okay.
So it's double
My fault.
that. And then it's training camp. And then it's the season.
Well, wait.
So get yourself ready.
So draft in 4 weeks, but we got to do the expansion draft.
The expansion draft is probably before
or after the draft?
The draft,
Okay.
I would imagine.
Okay.
And they got a lot of
That
scheduling.
we got.
I mean,
our point is we got things going on that we need to get
until
it
May
solved.
8th. There are 51 days until the season
Come on,
starts.
let's go.
So there are
Get on it.
things to get figured out immediately. But no, I mean, even like I tuned into a little bit of the USA FIBA World Cup qualifying game last night, and just seeing Caitlin Clark ended up being the MVP, but seeing her and Paige Beckers and Angel Reese, like 3 massive faces in this thing right now, just at the beginning of their careers. And I really did, as I was watching those 3 specifically, and everyone else around them, but just the idea of how big they are. We've talked about their followings, we've talked about their deals off the court, and just what they mean to their teams and their fan bases and the game at large. But it's a very exciting time. So I'm glad that they were able to come to a conclusion. Pay the players, and it sounds like they did. All right, let's do some WTF stories before we get into the rest of this Grizzlies game day. There was a situation in the Africa Cup of Nations where the hosts, Morocco, originally lost the game that they were playing to Senegal. So this game happened 57 days ago, and Senegal was declared the winner. And now they have come back around and said, well, actually, Morocco was the winner of that game. Senegal, you lose. You forfeited the match by leaving the pitch in protest. Even though they did that, came back, finished the game, won the game, were declared the winners of the game.
Wait. So,
yes.
Run me through what happened again? Because I can't be hearing this correctly.
So play was delayed around 16 minutes
Okay.
after Morocco was awarded a penalty in the second half stoppage time, with Senegal having seen a potential match-winning goal disallowed only minutes before.
Okay.
The Senegal coach encouraged his players to leave the pitch with only 1 remaining. They eventually returned. Morocco's player missed his penalty kick. Senegal then went on to score the game's only goal in the 94th minute, and they were declared the winner.
Okay.
However, the governing body found that Morocco's appeal showed that Senegal's actions were, quote, within the scope of Articles 82 and 84, and they infringed Article 82 of AFCON regulations, which state that a team will forfeit the game if it leaves the grounds before the regular end of the match without the authorization of the referee. So they went back and they said, you left the field during this game. You left the pitch. Because of that, even though you came back, even though you finished the game, even though you were awarded winners of the game, you now lose the game. 57 days later.
Why did it take them so long to adjudicate
Exactly.
this?
If it was that big of a deal.
Immediately.
Within an hour. Within 20 minutes.
2 days.
The second it happens.
Let's say 2 days. Say, hey, man, we don't like that. Morocco, you could argue, hey, you took Morocco out of the rhythm, and that's why the dude missed the penalty kick, but whatever. I'm not making that argument, but somebody could. The next day, you say, no, Morocco wins this. 57 days later?
57 days later.
Does this affect World Cup at all? Because it's AFCON. It's Morocco and Senegal.
Yeah.
Huh.
Senegal players were mad yesterday, as they should be. They called them crybabies. They said, champions speak up. Come and get them medals. They're crazy.
Yeah, I'm not giving it up. But Morocco does have a point. But Morocco should have then, when Senegal walked off, been like, okay, they forfeit.
said, we're not finishing the game.
We're not finishing the game.
Book.
We're not finishing the game. Why wait till 57 days later to adjudicate this? That's some wild stuff. There's no way.
I read that
There's
headline.
no
I was
way.
like, what?
No way you get that back from me. That's akin to Reggie Bush against Senegal, Morocco.
And Senegal is the people's champion, so we'll be rooting for Senegal.
Will we?
I would.
Okay.
I think
my people are from Senegal, so
okay,
yes,
cool.
I will also.
Hey, speaking of things at USC that were taken from somebody unnecessarily, certainly not O.J. Simpson's Heisman. That stays nice and polished in the trophy room.
The man has died. What more do you want?
I just like to bring.
I don't think anybody would publish it.
Oh yeah, it's on Audible.
Is it? Oh
yeah.
Who's reading it?
Hold on, it's on Amazon.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay.
With exclusive commentary, He Did It by the Goldman family. You can buy a hard copy for $18. You can buy a paperback for $10. Kindle for $10.
Is Ron Goldman reading it? Or his father reading it, excuse me?
I don't know who does I don't think you can get it with an audiobook.
Okay, let's go ahead.
Okay. He brought up this week on a podcast, his number 11 is in the rafters at USC. His jersey was retired. To people who might not remember, he won a Heisman and has the accolades where, no duh, his jersey was retired at USC. Heisman, BCS title, 2 AP titles, stayed in school all 4 years. Like, he was a massive part of making USC football was what it was during that period of time. He said, quote, "There's been multiple times where people at USC have asked me if I would unretire my jersey for some 5-star prospect. And do you want to know what I told those guys straight up? Absolutely effing not. I am never going to unretire my jersey for some random dude who, by the way, now could wear number 11 and transfer after a year." Is Matt Leinart in the right? Yes, absolutely. What are we even doing here? And he is correct. Someone would come in, wear it for a year, could have a very good year, but that doesn't take away from for a 4-year player who did all of that. Come on, we must have some sanctity left.
Yeah. No, if you're a program that abides by we're going to retire jerseys and numbers.
Can't do a take-backsies.
No take-backsies. No, 5-star kid. You've got to be coming here, one, because you believe this is a program that can get you to the next level. I understand that. But 2, you've got to understand the history and the tradition that is already here, that's already been laid. You're hot stuff now, but you've got to have an appreciation for the people who were hot before you. The people who were great before you, who laid the foundation at the program where you want to be. You just have to understand that. I would, if it was my program, if I wanted to unretire a number, Matt Leinert's number, since we're talking about him, number 11, right? Be like, hey, Matt, let me talk to you. We want to do a scholarship NIL package combo with number 11, so that everybody who wears number 11, it'll be the Matt Leinart award or what have you. Everybody who wears number 11 gets this. It'll only be given to the best offensive player on the team or the best quarterback, whatever. Best skill position player on the team, what have you. And every year, because of you and your greatness, the next great one will wear that number. And it'll change by year. If you're cool with that, let's do it. That's what Michigan does. That's why you ended up seeing Devin Gardner many, many years ago wearing 98. Right? That's why you saw the quarterback wearing 98. Michigan wide receivers, the dude on the field who's supposed to be the dude on the field at Michigan on the offensive side of the ball, he wears number 1. And there's a reason why they didn't retire that number. They said, hey, here's the one. Here are the legends who wore it before you, and here we are giving it to you because we expect great things from you. We expect you to be legendary, and we expect your name to be mentioned with all of the number 1 receivers. I
like that.
So that would be how I would approach it. But if everybody's not Michigan, everybody doesn't have the greatness and the style, leaders and the best champions of the West, and I think USC counts as the West, and we're champions of the West. So everybody doesn't. So if the number's been retired, then leave it alone. Yeah. Get the kid to understand you can't wear that number.
Seriously. Michael Brewer just brought up in the chat that Oklahoma softball's playing here tonight.
It is the season.
8-time national champion Oklahoma softball is playing Memphis softball.
Let's go. Good scheduling.
I have a bone to pick with them. You got to promote
Oklahoma?
that. No, with Memphis. I almost said with us. I didn't go there. I just live here. I support it. It's sold out.
It's sold out.
Well, that's great. But like, okay.
How much more pub do they need if it's sold out?
Well, I was gonna say have someone come on, do the media rounds or whatever. But then I looked at the Memphis softball record and they're 7-19.
Wait, they've already played 26 games?
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Their season starts February 6th.
Yeah, I saw USC playing in the snow. Welcome to the Big Ten.
I saw that too.
Welcome to the Big Ten,
miserable. They reminded me of, now there's so much more of that. My senior year, USC played at Colorado, and it was a snowstorm, and a lot of people made that trip because there's a lot of California kids go to Colorado, and a lot of Colorado kids end up at USC. And the complaints that were made on that. It's so cold. I don't have a coat that's right for this weather. And it was the same season we went to South Bend, and it snowed at that game too at Notre Dame. And
football or baseball?
Football.
Okay.
Football.
Like we're expecting it to snow during football season.
Yeah, but so my point was, they're babies for pre-expected. I'll include myself. We're babies for pre-expected conditions in a football game, and that's before you even put the real snow teams on the schedule. Now for baseball, I cannot imagine those old California boys. Oh, it's so cool. Anyway, it's awesome that Oklahoma's here, and it's awesome that it's sold out. I totally miss that.
Yeah.
That's great. Good for Memphis softball. Maybe next year.
Good for them.
Maybe you knock them off.
Maybe. Upset.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's see what Oklahoma's record is this year.
Memphis does a good job.
Oh, they're 17-0.
Memphis does a good job.
No, they're not. They're 28-2. They're 28-2.
Memphis does a good job of scheduling teams, just as an athletic department. You got the news about Iowa State and Memphis men's basketball. Football team usually finds a way to get at least one Power 4 team on the schedule. You got women's basketball getting South Carolina to come through. Louisville coming through as well. And now softball is just following that. Soccer does a good job with scheduling.
That's good stuff.
That's good stuff.
Good for
them.
them.
On them.
Good on them.
Did you see the Florida State softball player, since we're talking softball, get hit by the pitch?
No.
Jacob, it is in the rundown from Monday. If you can find that and throw it up, it is quite possibly the gnarliest hit by pitch I've ever seen. It is real intense. I am shocked that she was able to get up and get down to first base. I thought they were going to have to take her out. I thought they were going to have to get a pinch runner.
I just saw it.
I thought like it was going to be real bad for the young lady. I'm glad that she is safe. I'm glad that she is okay. Look at this nonsense.
Oh my God.
Look at the viciousness. Show it again, Jacob.
What happened to integrity? Oh wow. It would have been really funny. She really should have sold the bit. Missed opportunity. If she reached down and said,
hit.
"Ow, my leg!"
Hit and just fall in the dirt and roll around.
Yeah, really sell it. Can we show it one more time?
One more time.
One more time.
One more. Look at how violent this is. This is not. Well,
that's okay.
Say what'd he say?
He just deleted it.
Oh man,
you don't need to bring it. It's okay. It's
All
okay.
right.
That looked intentional to me. She had her in her crosshairs.
When we first started doing look at this. Oh my goodness. Why doesn't the catcher just run in front of her and grab the ball? Like just run in front, dive in front of the ball. No, you're not gonna hit the batter.
Oh my eyes.
When we first started
children are watching.
When we first started playing player pitch, I was 9, and so nobody had control over their arm. We had a 10-year-old who was about 6 feet, 200 pounds. He was a big old boy. We sucked. He was not athletic at all, but he was big and meaty. And so when people would throw the ball, if it got close to him, he would just lean into it and get hit. And that would be the only way anybody would get on base. And we'd go crazy. The umpires eventually stopped letting him get away with that. They're like, hey, you got to attempt to get out of the way, son. Otherwise, we're not letting you get on base. It's good stuff.
Hey, I saw our friend Buckeye Boy is back in the chat.
Buckeye Boy!
Today, he said he survived the meteor in Pennsylvania yesterday.
Was that a real meteor?
So that's what I was going to ask you. Because I asked Chris when he came home from work yesterday, I said, did you say the meteor? And he's like, no. I said, you missed it? I was like, I sent you a video. And he goes, oh, I saw that video. I guess.
The one in the sky?
Yeah, the one in the sky.
Okay.
But it was the boom that scared people.
Was there a real boom? That was mine.
Apparently there was a real boom, but it wasn't a crash.
Okay.
And so then we don't care. We only care about the meteor if it
destroys,
just wipes out the dinosaurs.
Yeah, and other animals.
Yeah.
The fact that dinosaurs are the only ones mentioned when we talk about the mass extinction caused by that meteor.
Have you watched the dinosaur documentary everyone's talking about?
No, not yet. I'm
On
waiting to watch it
Netflix?
with the nephew.
Oh, yeah.
He's big into dinosaurs.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh that's sweet. Anyway, it was a legit meteor.
Okay.
I'm glad everyone's safe. Would have been a horrific St. Patrick's Day. Out by meteor.
Didn't a meteor fall in Atlanta not too long ago? Why did it feel like last year a meteor hit Atlanta? Just in somebody's apartment or something like that. Maybe I'm making it up.
No.
I think I'm telling you that we know. I'm telling you we talked about it. We just keep it pushing because we talk about everything.
It's true. Things just...
Yeah, everything sort of just blurs by.
You are correct.
Yeah.
A meteor disintegrated over metro Atlanta on June 26, 2025, creating a bright daytime fireball and a powerful sonic boom equivalent to 20 tons of TNT.
And I think some of those
And
rocks...
fragments were later recovered in various buildings.
In various buildings. Yep, I was correct. I remember. I remember when meteorites hit the planet.
Wow.
What can I say?
I always think of the Hey Arnold episode where they were trying to see Haley's Comet.
Do you remember Haley's Comet?
No.
Oh, man.
I don't think I saw it.
That was a moment. Because it was just
Doesn't she come back?
every 70 years.
I was gonna say, what's the...
So
when did it last happen? 96?
Maybe. So...
We gotta wait till 2061.
I'm be dead by then.
You for sure.
Absolutely.
Unclear on me.
Absolutely.
All right, everybody. Grizzlies game day, Grizzlies Nuggets tonight at FedEx Forum. We will see you there. 7:30 tip, and your tickets are good if you had them for the last time around when this game was supposed to be played. Nikola Jokic on the court here in Memphis. We will be back tomorrow to talk about it all. It will be our March Madness special. I cannot wait. One of the best days of the year. We'll see you then. Bye.
You followed the Afro Man stuff at all?
No.
Oh, yeah.
What's that?
Afro Man, the police raided Afro Man spot.